Where to find punk in Austin, Texas. This is Kick Butt Coffee off of Airport Boulevard, and yes, it is the coolest venue that you thought was a coffee shop. They offer a variety of house-made baked goods, and hey, Stanley, it's pretzel day. They also make these badass cookies that are based off local bands, people, and badass pop culture. They also hold various events such as open mics, comedy, and live music such as And in true punk tradition, don't forget to take a bathroom selfie. Here is their full menu, and they also have a full bar when fully operational. And due to COVID, here are the hours and the info. Christopher B. Stubblefield, known as Stubbs, opened Stubbs Barbecue in 1968 in Lubbock, Texas. It was a hot spot for touring musicians and a great place to grab a plate. He moved to Austin in 1986 and he started bottling his sauce, which became legendary in the barbecue world. In the same spirit, the Stubbs Amphitheater is where musicians and barbecue come together in a great Texas tradition. This is where a lot of major punk bands come through. Stubbs is located at 801 Red River Street, and I hope to see you at a show soon. Where to find punk in Austin? Secret October is your one-stop shop for goth, punk, and post-punk and more. They have awesome shoes and amazing alt brands. They have a ton of band tees and a ton of black clothing just like your soul. All their stuff is new and used. They have stuff that can be worn at a goth ball to the casual music fan. They also have an excellent horror selection. They also offer corsets in lots of sizes. They also have a ton of accessories like belts, collars, jewelry, buttons, and patches. This is one of the best alternative stores to shop locally. And of course, I had to pick up a few things myself. I got this awesome shirt and 2 back patches and a couple of pins. They are located in South Austin at 5318 Menchaca Road, open 7 days a week. Where to find punk in Austin? The Parlor holds a really special place in my heart. This is where I went to my first local punk show. They have amazing art everywhere and added these coffins for ambiance this year. They always have pinball and an amazing bar. Not only do they carry local beers, they have amazing pizza. You obviously had to get this bad boy with some Parlor sauce, which is a spicy rain. In my opinion, this is the current best reigning punk bathroom ever. Look at all these amazing flyers. It's a great spot to see live music, grab a pint and a slice, and here's the last show I saw there. And here's where they're located. I finally got to check out the Aird's Rock and Roll South Lamar location. I usually go to their 6th Street location, but this is definitely worth the trip to South Austin. They've been giving us the best in music, horror, and pop culture for 30 years. They have amazing toys and collectibles all throughout their store, which is an amazing stock. They have wall-to-wall band tees with some of the best of bands in punk and metal. They also carry movies and books. I like this book on punk women right here. They have all kinds of apparel. Here's some hoodies that I was looking through, and if I wasn't lying, there are band t-shirts everywhere. And do you have a battle vest or jacket? Because this is the #1 place to go in town for it. They have counters full of patches, pins, spikes, any accessory you would need for it. They also have an online store, and here are their 2 locations. Hey punks and audiophiles. Let's head to downtown Austin to go to Waterloo Records. It's off 6th and Lamar. You know, if you see these stickers, it's legit. They got some cool gifts, and more importantly, a Texas music section. They have DVDs and CDs, new and used. Good staple of band tees. Here's the pro tip. I like to come here specifically for the 7-inch section. Some rare and cool stuff in the section. What I like about Waterloo the most is the variety of new releases, especially for punk. They try to cover a lot of genres of punk. And here's more examples of what I'm talking about with newer releases. There's some repressings and classic punk albums, of course. Last tip is to check the new used punk records that come in every week. I've definitely found some gems in there. Waterloo is a staple of Austin, and it's in my rotation of record stores to visit. Shop a local. Welcome to the Bloody Rose Boutique on North Loop. What's special about a boutique is its creations. They're always on the hunt for trends, unique pieces, and new fashion brands. Another cool fact about this store is that it started in a delivery truck before coming to this space. The Bloody Rose carries all kinds of punk, goth, alternative clothing and accessories. Even cool stuff for your house. Carry some of my favorite brands such as Killstar, Sourpuss, Creepsville, the list goes on. Look at these battle vests ready to go. Enough black clothing to soothe your soul. I also have a lot of horror-inspired punk clothing, band tees, belts, accessories, jewelry, pins, patches, shoes, sunglasses, like anything you can do to accessorize your whole entire world. To really utilize this space and represent all subcultures. They're constantly restocking and finding new things. Snag this little purple fringe number there. Check them out on North Loop or online. Shop local. Vice once wrote, "Oh, you want the Austin experience and you don't want to go to a hole in the wall? Go fuck yourself. This place is a goddamn landmark." No, literally, it has its own entry on the Texas State Historical website. No truer words have been spoken about Hole in the Wall. Established in 1974 across from UT on the Austin Drag, it is a literal monument to Texas music. Artists like John Doe, Mojo Nixon, Spoon, Alejandro Escovedo, Sterling Morrison of the Velvet Underground, they all played here. That's just a few of 1.5 million. Musicians come from all over the world to play here. This is my favorite part of the women's room, by the way, the double toilet. Spoon also filmed a music video in the other bathroom here. All the artists can be seen within the murals and photos. Through the ever-changing landscape of Austin, please come visit and spend your money at Hole in the Wall. It's a testament to Texas music. Where to find punk in Austin? You know that feeling when you come home after a long trip? That's what it feels like to be back in the Mohawk. I'm here for punk yoga with Mercer Smith here at the Mohawk today. It's for all levels and they have supplies if you need. This is Mercer, who curated this event at the Mohawk. She curates awesome playlists to go along with each class, which is awesome because that's how I unwind and relax, by listening to punk music. She goes over different techniques to use for your skill set or your body and gives you tips and tricks to reach all your yoga goals. Definitely been trying to get rid of this COVID weight and get ready for my wedding, and this is kind of a treat I do for myself. First Wednesday of every month, check the Mohawk for details. Let's find punk right outside Austin and beyond. This is one of my favorite classic record stores right outside in the Austin suburb. We are visiting Piranha Records in Round Rock, which has been open since 2003. It reminds me of the almost famous quote, "If you're ever lonely, go to the record store and visit your friends." They have a variety of vinyls, CDs, DVDs, and a ton of music paraphernalia wall to wall in this place. They also carry a lot of local Texas bands. Hey, my friends Worm Suicide. I also like that they feature a lot of Swishahouse and Screwed Up Records artists throughout this store. They are one of the true DIY labels of Texas. But for punk, I definitely like to go in the 7-inch section. I've found some really cool stuff in here before, and within their used section. Also like it to look at their DVD sections because usually they have concerts that are not in print anymore. And then of course the record hall itself. So visit them in Round Rock or online, and as always, shop local.